Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. My name is Karli Barnett here at the First Alert Desk, and we want to give you an update on some news that we have been following all day. You will remember that Tori Cooper brought you the press conference live earlier this afternoon, where Hampton Police and Henry County Police say they are looking for a suspect on your screen right now. They have identified this suspect as Andre Langmore, 41 years old, and police consider this man to be armed and dangerous. They say that it was earlier today that he shot and killed 4 people in that residential area that you're looking at right now. Here is his image again. Remember, if you see him, do not approach him. You are urged to call 911 immediately. They say he killed 3 men and 1 woman. At this time, the relationship between the suspect and the victims is still unclear. We have live team coverage for you tonight because we're working to get answers on this shooting that has rocked this community. And we understand that there are a lot of people out there on high alert right now. This suspect has not been caught, but police say to look for a car. They say to look for a black GMC Acadia. We have some audio with the sheriff here. I want to bring that back to you again. All right, bear with us, guys. This is very much a breaking scenario, and we are trying to get all of this information to you in real time. This is sort of our behind-the-scenes look, if you will, about our news gathering process and the elements that we are working on. So we do have 2 reporters out in the field. We have reporter Asia Wilson, and we also have anchor Tori Cooper. She is going to be out in the field bringing us the latest on this investigation. So what we do know is that Andre Langmore, 41 years old, is accused of murdering 4 people today, 3 men and 1 woman. He was last seen driving a black GMC Acadia, year 2017. Police are offering a $10,000 reward for any information that leads to an arrest in this case. Hampton Police are working on this. The Henry County Sheriff's Office is working on this. They are also working with the GBI.
Any hole that you may be residing in and bring you to custody.
And that was the Henry County Sheriff speaking there. We have much more information on all of this on our website, atlantanewsfirst.com. But this is the subdivision where investigators say this happened, this Dogwood Lakes community. They say there were 4 separate crime scenes within relatively close proximity to each other. And again, we want to give you that license plate number that you want to be looking out for. A black GMC Acadia with a Georgia plate, DHF 756. And they say this car does not belong to Andre Langmore. They have not said if that vehicle was stolen, but they did say that the car was not his. They are urgently looking for him tonight. And we have team coverage for you here at Atlanta News First. You can join us live at 9 and 10 on Peachtree TV, as well as 11 on CBS. And we will bring you all of those breaking updates as we continue to receive more information. But right now, we have very few details as far as the circumstances of this shooting. In that press conference, investigators say at this point they don't know a motive, but they are offering $10,000 for any information that leads to an arrest. At this point, we don't know the identities of the victims. We know that's probably a question on a lot of people's mind. Who were these people who were killed? What we know at this point is that there were 3 men and 1 woman. We don't know their ages at this point, and again, we don't have any confirmation as far as their relationship to the suspect, Andre Langmore. Investigators had told us they were still in the process of notifying next of kin, so as soon as we get those updates, we will bring them to you. And this is a multi-effort investigation. Again, you not only have the City of Hampton Police You have the Henry County Sheriff's Office, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, U.S. Marshals also taking part in this search. And their message was very clear from that press conference earlier. They were talking to the suspect directly, saying, if you're out there, we will find you. And they are asking for the public to not approach this man. They say he's armed and dangerous, but they do say to call 911 right away if you see him. So they are out there investigating tonight. They are surveying this Dogwood Lakes community, but they've also widened the search, they said, to keep looking and hopefully track this man down, the man they say murdered 4 people this morning. Now, again, if you joined us earlier, there was a whole press conference with investigators about that. We brought that to you live. If you want to watch that in full, you can go back to our Facebook page, you can go back to our YouTube channel, and you can watch that to make sure that you have all the details that you need, because this was, like I said, this is a large-scale effort that is taking place tonight. We want to make sure you're safe. We want to make sure your family is safe, and that's why we want to bring this information to you. So I want to give a quick recap of the details that we know. As far as a motive, investigators say they don't have one at this point, but they do want you to keep an eye out for the man on your screen right now, Andre Longmore, 41 years old, last seen driving a black GMC Acadia, year 2017, with the license plate of DHF 756. The Henry County Sheriff's Office is sending out a direct message tonight. He is on the run. They are asking for this man to turn himself in, and they say that they are hunting for him now. This is a manhunt that is taking place not only in the city of Hampton, but really all across the state at this point, trying to track this suspect down. And as soon as we get more details on the victims in this tragedy, we will bring them to you. Of course, we want to be able to put names and faces to these lives lost. We just don't have that information just yet, as investigators are still notifying next of kin.
I'm going to set us directly to you, Mr. Longmore. Wherever you are, we will hunt you down in any hole that you may be residing in and bring you to custody.
The Henry County Sheriff there certainly not mincing words. And we do have team coverage for you. Reporter Asia Wilson and anchor Tori Cooper will be out there. We will be bringing you all of the latest information, both on air at 9 and 10 on Peachtree TV, 11 on CBS, and online at atlantanewsfirst.com. If you haven't done so yet, I would go ahead and say to pull out your phone and download the Atlanta News First app. That way you can get push alerts sent directly to your phone, and as soon as we hear any information of a possible arrest in this case, we will bring that to you, or any updates regarding the investigation. Now, I know I've been focusing on this, but I really wanted to get the word out because investigators are telling us that this person is armed and dangerous, and we want you to be aware. We want you to be on the lookout. But we do have another piece of breaking news that I want to bring to you tonight. This is just a very sad update to a story that we were working on. A missing 16-year-old was found dead at the Camelot condominiums in southwest Atlanta this morning. This is his image right here. What you're looking at right now is our article on atlantanewsfirst.com. Again, we have a lot more on all of these stories on our website. And again, if you download the Atlanta News First app, you will have more information there as well. But what we do know is that David Beasley, 16 years old, had been missing since June 9th. He was last seen leaving his residence at around 9:30 p.m., and officers eventually found Beasley in heavy brush and trees near a pond. Police say that he had been deceased for an extended period of time. At this point, the 16-year-old's cause of death remains under investigation. This is not the type of update that we like to bring you all, but this is a sad update to a case that we have been following. David Beasley, 16 years old, was found dead at Camelot condominiums. This was in southwest Atlanta this morning. So we have two big breaking stories that we're going to share with you live coming up at 9 and 10 on Peachtree TV and 11 on CBS. I do also know, I know that I had to share some really heavy news with you guys, but it's important. It's important to let you know what is going on in your community, what we want you to be aware of, because again, we want to keep you safe. We want to keep you informed. But we also do know that it's your weekend. And of course, a lot of you may have some outdoor plans. And I want to turn things over to meteorologist Patrick Pete. We did have a first alert in the forecast for tonight. So I'm sure, Patrick, a lot of people might have some questions. I see those clouds out there right now. And we just want to know what we have in store for the rest of our Saturday and into Sunday.
Well, you know what, Karli, we actually are looking up across the region. I've gone ahead and I've dropped the first alert for the rest of the day. We did have some storms roll through extreme North Georgia. Most of that was mainly in the mountains, but there was also some storms that moved through portions of Putnam and Jasper counties that produced some pretty strong wind, gusty winds, 40 miles per hour winds. Also, it produced heavy rain, lots of lightning, and there was some small hail. And then that exact cell that I'm talking about ended up becoming a severe storm just as it moved out of our area. So good news from that perspective as far as that storm. We missed out on the strongest portion of it. Still looking at pretty tranquil conditions outside right now. Not looking too bad. I think that most folks are pretty happy with how things have shaken out over the course of the last couple of hours. I'm going to switch to some computer monitors around real quick for you so that we can go ahead and break down this forecast. Hot out there. I guess I should say, hey. Happy Saturday. Hopefully you guys are having a pretty fantastic Saturday. I am in this evening for meteorologist Cutter Martin, who is on a little much-needed vacation. So let's go ahead and break down this forecast. I got you covered. Numbers are warm out there. We're still in the 80s across metro Atlanta. 86 degrees, the current temperature here in Atlanta. Same for Stockbridge and Monroe. 84 over in Marietta. 83 in Douglasville. I'm lowering those rain chances to about 20% for the next couple of hours, and then we'll lose them as we head into the overnight. Things really do quiet down a whole lot. And as we head into your Sunday, I'm actually expecting a day that's very similar to today, except I think that most of us are going to miss out on the rain again. Spotty shower possible. The rain chance for the whole day is at 20%. Hot and humid. That's going to be the bigger story. Green light for everybody that's thinking about stepping out to the pool tomorrow, having a little bit of a Sunday fun day. That's going to be something that we're going to be doing a lot over the course of the next week, looking for cool spots, because a heat wave really going to take form as we head into next week, and temperatures climbing at some points to the upper 90s. So yeah, that forecast, we've been playing with those numbers the last couple of days, but kind of giving you a heads up, we were probably going to trend a little bit warmer. We may still see these numbers trend another degree or so warmer over the course of the next few days. So just buckle down. It's July. It's supposed to be hot. Just remember all of those safety tips that we've been telling you all summer leading up to this. Remember to look before you lock. That's going to be the biggest one for sure. I told you yesterday, I think, about a story in Idaho. I think it was the 12th death this year of a child. So it does not take long. In 85-degree temps for your car to heat up, in 95-degree temps, it's going to cut that time down exponentially. So need everybody to just remember that and kind of exercise caution. Look before you lock. Pets, kids, all of that stuff over the course of the next few days. And then, of course, we're looking at the tropics because we are still in the beginning of the season and things are heating up a little bit out there. Here's a look at how things are playing out as we head through the next few hours. You can see we've cleared out, looking at a good mix of sun and clouds for the start of your Sunday. That's going to continue to be a theme of the afternoon. You can see a couple of specks of green. I don't expect that to be a major production, and I think most of us are going to miss out on that. And good day for us to miss out on it because there's a lot going on in town tomorrow. There is the Jolliffe Music and Food Festival that's going down in Piedmont Park. I think it starts at around lunchtime, and temperatures are already going to be into the upper 80s. So if you're going out thinking about enjoying some of the festivities, some of the music, some of the food, just remember to make sure that water is included in that, especially if you're going to be dancing, especially if you're going to be drinking things other than water out there. It's going to be important that you hydrate. Temperatures easily climbing into the low 90s by the afternoon. 20% chance of showers. I don't expect this to really put a damper on the day. Meanwhile, that dome of high pressure that we've been talking about over the southwest and the south central portions of the country is going to glide towards the east as we head into next week. And that is really going to dominate this forecast. It's really what's going to cause us to bake under this heat as we head into your Monday. So You can see that heat map just showing those hot temperatures that are going to be building into the area. The numbers climbing into the mid 90s Monday afternoon, upper 90s Wednesday and Thursday. It's just not going to be a good week to do anything outside other than walk to the car to the AC. This heat really dominates. We lose the rain chances, and although humidity does decrease a little bit, it is still July, so it's still going to be a little humid. So these temperatures are going to feel a degree or so warmer than the actual temp, which is going to have some of us flirting with 100 degrees at some points during the forecast. We stay dry through Wednesday. We'll reintroduce the 20% chance of showers into the forecast on Thursday. Increase that Friday into Saturday. Looks like we can see some scattered showers and thunderstorms as another system moves in. That's going to gradually cool us a little bit as we head towards next Saturday. I told you about the tropics. Here is subtropical storm Don. As of 5 o'clock, those winds weakened down to 40 miles per hour. This is still looking a mess. Subtropical because it's just not the same structure as we typically see for these systems. It's going to eventually weaken as we head through the next couple of days, but curve back down to the south. So even as we head into next week, this isn't looking to be anything other than a maritime issue, but we'll keep our eye on this with it doing this little bit of a circle here. That means that it's going to be moving back south into warmer water. So we'll keep you posted. And for the latest on the forecast, because I still have a little bit of work to do, we will be seeing you guys on Peachtree TV at 9 and 10. Happy Saturday.